Hopefully the microphone is working. But let me know if it's not. I don't want to be like randomly talking to myself. But yeah, today I will be working on this piece. I hope that you guys are doing well. Today we'll be working on this moon cat slash witch artwork. And awesome. Okay, I'm glad everything works. So this is, if you've seen the studio vlog from I think maybe a week or two ago, probably last week, I had a different piece of artwork. I was actually working on this one right here, and I got this far. I finished the cat, and then I was working on the human character, and then I thought that it was too simple. So I decided to change it, and I think 2 nights ago I drew this version up, and I used this old piece right here. Well, it's already on the side right there as well, so I don't need to show this. But the old piece I drew back a couple of years ago as inspiration for this one. So we're going to start on this. Yesterday night I started working on the human character, and they turned out really cute. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to keep these colors, but I might. I wasn't planning for her to be a redhead. She originally had she originally had brown hair, and then I didn't. Okay, reset. She originally had brown hair, but there's too much brown in this artwork, and I feel like she'll get lost in the artwork. And I was trying really hard not to make her hair pink, because the majority of the human characters I have drawn, or literally all of them, have had pink hair. So I'm trying to make sure that I don't draw another pink hair character. It's not that I favor them, but it's just easier for pink hair to stand out. So that's why I do it. And then yesterday I was using this red to color in her hair, and I think we might keep the red. I think it looks really good. Right now I am working on this kind of like arch around the sides of the art print. That was something that I was really thinking about, and I've been kind of into arches since I drew February's Patreon reward. So that's what we're going to be doing. Hopefully it turns out well. I think this piece has a really good potential to be the print that has holographic film on it, but we'll see, because I have another print that I haven't shared with anyone except my husband. That might possibly be a print as well. So we'll have to see if that happens or not. Right now I'm just using the white to make sure that I see where I'm drawing my lines, because there's so many dark colors. So I want to make sure I can see what I'm drawing. And hopefully in the end this art piece will turn out well. I have high hopes for it. I have mentioned before that when I draw more detailed artworks, which I think this is, Probably not as detailed as February's art print, the fairy tale story one, but it's still pretty detailed. I don't like how this arch looks. But once I finished the sketch, I was pretty satisfied with it. So now we just have to bring it to life. So it looks a little better, I guess. You know, each side doesn't exactly have to look the same. Try not to be into being perfect, because then it makes me take forever to finish my artwork. I've kind of let it go a little bit, but it still gets to me from time to time. It's kind of hard not to let the perfection get to you. Okay. And then we have it going down here. I think I'm gonna guesstimate this and then I can fix it later on. I need to make this a lower opacity so I can see everything. And I'm going to turn the cat off for now because the cat stands out a lot. So it just looks like a little pair of eyes and ears in the darkness. So I want this to be the same color as this wooden stick that she's using. See it better like that. And then usually what I would do before I color it in is I make another clippy mask on top of it, and then I'll outline the details that I want to keep. So for example, here where the arch curve here connects with this, I want it to stand out. So because I do lineless art, I'm going to just fix it up. Draw an assist too, because if I don't put the draw an assist on, it's not going to draw on the other side. So we're just going to fix that up. As you can see, it's drawn on the other side here, and then I think I need to go ahead and draw the stars on here too. Now I'm gonna draw the stars so it has like a connection. Drawing stars is not one of my strongest points. Like, a lot of people make it look easy, but I'm over here struggling to draw the stars. I just try my best to make them look okay. I don't have the drawing assist on, so it's not drawn on the other side. So now we're just going to trace this. I'm hoping to possibly do a sticker sheet for this too. I was going to do the other design as an art print, and then have the Star Witch and the Moon Cat doing this kind of stuff, like what's going on in this art print for the sticker sheet, but we'll see if I still do it. It would be nice to have another sticker sheet design ready for the shop update, and I'm thinking maybe the next shop update would be either late April or early May, but we'll see. I think maybe late April is doable, but then there's another design, or not another design, there's another item that I want to possibly bring to the Etsy shop, and you'll see more about it in the next studio vlog. And hopefully I could bring that product out the same time, but also in the end it just depends on how everything turns out. I would love to bring the new product into the next Etsy shop, because if I don't bring it in the next Etsy shop update, then I will probably have to wait. No, I probably won't have to wait, because after this upcoming shop update, it'll be I'll start working on seasonal stuff right after. So this star has a certain charm to it. It looks like it's dancing. Is that funny? It looks like it's dancing, so I think it's kind of cute. But maybe we'll fix it up a little bit. Looks like it's like prancing, like extending a leg up in the air and just kind of dancing. I kind of like how it's not the same. Again, maybe that's just me trying to make up a reason why it's okay that my stars are not perfect. But I think there's a certain charm to this star. So maybe I'll just leave it like that. I think that's kind of cute. Or maybe I'll change it later. But it's kind of cute that it's not like exactly the same. So for now, I'll just keep it the way it is. The canvas I'm currently drawing on is an 8.5 by 11 canvas. I was thinking about trying to create bigger art prints, like 11 by 17-ish. But I don't know if someone actually wants a piece of my artwork that huge, so I decided to just go with 8.5 by 11. And then I will cut this down, or not cut it down, but make it fit into a 5 by 7. So I think I'm gonna make 5 by 7s my main art print size that I sell on Etsy. I don't know if I will offer the 8.5 by 11s, or depending on how it fits, maybe 8 by 10s. But I don't know if I'll offer it those bigger sizes in the Etsy shop, because right now I don't have an actual way to send the 8.5 by 11s safely. I would need to buy some rigid mailers, I think, to send that size safely. I think I need to make it smaller. This is the moon that's in the center. I think that looks good. I'll just go over it a little bit so it has some of the texture, because the eraser I use is just a standard studio pen eraser, and the brush I use to draw my artwork is a textured brush. So every time I use the eraser, I lose the texture. If you don't know how Procreate works, Procreate will allow you can use like whatever brush you want that's available on Procreate, or whatever you download as an eraser, but I don't use the same brush that I'm drawing on as an eraser. The brush I'm currently using is called the AO Dry Pastel brush, and it's by Asia Orlando, and she has some free brushes that you can download. I downloaded this a couple years ago, so I don't know if it's still as a freebie, but it's called AOB Pro Freebie. And I use the dry pastel. I just like the texture of it, and that's the brush I use for the flat colors. Okay, so now that that part is done, I'm going to color in. I'm going to actually first merge it with this color on the bottom. I'm going to merge it with the layer on the bottom, because the layer at the bottom is the hair ties on the girl's hair, and they're the same color. I try to put the same colors into the same layer if I can, but sometimes I can't because of where the piece of the artwork is. And yes, I do use a lot of layers when I do artwork. I know some artists don't like that, but for me, I like having that little extra security when I do art. So now I'm going to turn that layer off so I can actually see where I'm coloring. I do have the drawing assist on, so it colors the other side. Helps save a lot of space. And actually, yeah, I'm just gonna go for it. Later I'll just have to redraw those curves. It's totally fine. I have a bigger size brush of the same brush. In Procreate, you can change the size of some brushes. So if you need them to be bigger, for example, because this is a bigger palette or bigger art size, like the original size of the brush doesn't work, but you can go to settings and change the size of it. So this helps me a lot more when it comes to coloring the pieces that are bigger. There's a brush that I use. It's a what brush is it? It is this color pencil graining brush right here. I use that as one of my texture brushes, and I try to make it bigger. It is the default Procreate brush, and unfortunately it doesn't work when it gets bigger. So I've had to find another brush that's somewhat similar, but it's not exactly the same, to replace it, because when I render my artwork, it is super important that Crayola color pencil, not Crayola color pencil. The color pencil brush is super important for the textures in my artwork. So it makes me a little sad that I can't make it bigger when I make bigger size art piece. Usually I work on a smaller size canvas. But yeah, sometimes it would just be a lot better. Looks cute. So now we're gonna go back, and I'm going to take this color, and we're going to add the details. And how I'm going to do that is I'm going to lower the opacity of this, kind of bring this back, and I want to add the details of these curved archways. So I'm going to do that. Okay. And then this part right here. Now the other side over here as well. When I draw, I use both hands. 'Cause a lot of people I watch on studio vlogs, when they draw, they usually only use one hand. Like they use the same hand to like double tap Procreate and draw and make the canvas smaller and larger. But I'm kind of used to drawing on the computer, so I just ended up using two hands for this, and it's just a lot easier. I've tried to do it the way everyone else does, where they only use one hand, but it's kind of hard. So yeah, we just go with that. Oh yeah, I guess I could also kind of do a little update on using this screen protector. So I'm using a matte screen protector, and you might have seen me sometime last year change it. Changing a screen protector is so difficult. Like, it's very nerve-wracking because you don't want those air bubbles on your screen. And I was starting to really like the screen protector that I had. It was a paper screen protector. I forgot what brand it is, but I don't think it's an actual brand name that a lot of people get sponsorships to do. Like, I forgot the brand name. But I was warming up to it. But then, this side doesn't look good. And I was warming up to it, but then recently I switched my tip. I don't think you guys can see it, but right now I'm using a pink Apple Pencil tip, and it is an off-brand tip. And in the vlog that I did when I switched my Apple Pencil tips back to the normal one, like the actual brand of Apple tips, I was like, I'm never gonna cheat on Apple tips ever again. But I haven't come back to Apple tips because I found that they were scratching off the coating on the screen protector. So they look different. So I need to fix this. Yeah, for the original Apple Pencil tips, they were scratching the texture off, and every time I drew, I kept getting like this little, what is it called, debris of something on my screen, and I couldn't figure out why. And then eventually I figured out that the standard Apple Pencil tips were doing that. They were, every time I drew on it, it was messing up the screen protector. So I stopped using them and put back on my cheap off-brand tips that I bought on Amazon for like very, very cheap. And then those weren't the best either, because they were, of course, they're plastic, but then those weren't the best ones. And then recently I bought these tips, and these ones work a whole lot better. So I'm really happy with these ones. And I think I got 6 for like $12, and they were perfectly fine. I had to make sure they have like the pressure sensitivity and everything, and it works great so far. And it hasn't been messing. Oh, it has messed a little bit with the texture of the screen protector that I'm using, because now I can feel on my screen that there's like really smooth parts, whereas if you're using well, ever since I started using these ever since I started using these off-brand tips, they've been scratching off the texture of my screen protector, and now I have a smooth spot on my screen, which I guess is fine. I mean, I don't mind it. At first it did bother me because now it wasn't as smooth to make my drawing smaller and bigger like this, but since I've adjusted to it, the smoothness doesn't bother me as much anymore. But then it totally defeats the purpose of having a paper like screen protector. I do have one more that I can switch to, but I'm not going to switch to it just yet, because I want to make sure this is kept for a while. So I think this is going to be pretty close to what I want. Also, recently, or just before I started this live stream, I got word that one of my pieces that I sent to the BizBaz Boba shop got sold. Actually, the one in the frame that got sold, so the Froggle Treat print sold. So I'm really happy about that. Hopefully a few more sell so that I can cover, at the very least, the shipping cost to ship and get everything packed to go over there. That would be really, really nice. But I'm happy that one of the pieces sold, and they're supposed to have it, their little first art gallery there, till I believe the end of February. But they did offer to, because I sent it from Canada, they did offer to put it there longer. Doesn't look right now. I think I have to fix the star, because the star is making it look off, but I think, yeah, I'll fix that star. But yeah, I'm just happy one of the prints sold. I was worried that no one would want a print. You never know how like anything's gonna do when you make it. Even when I finish this art print, I'm not sure how well this art print's going to do. So we're just gonna do it in hopes that it turns out well. And I'm going to put lamination, sparkle lamination on this print and another print, and I'll ask online what people think which one should have it. I could do both if I really wanted to, but I don't have that much sparkle laminate, so I don't want to do 2 prints with sparkle laminate. Because now I won't have enough sparkle laminate for just even the one print. I'm still debating if I want to do the big ones for the shop update or not. But right now it still seems like a I'll probably just stick to the smaller ones since they'll be easier to ship, and then save the big ones for probably in person. So funny, this star looks so special. I think I really like it. Again, usually when I draw stars, it takes me forever. It's not the most fun thing to watch. Usually I try to get the flat colors down so y'all don't have to watch this part of me taking forever to do this. To make sure I'm on the right layer. It's this layer. Okay. So when we turn this back on, nice. I just want to make these lines right here thicker because the other lines are thicker than this line. Okay. And I could probably fix this because it looks kind of off. Sorry, I turn my canvas a lot. But it helps. I think it just needs to be a little thinner. I'm mostly looking at the other side to get a better look because every time I look on the left side, it looks like it's okay. And it turns out it's not as okay looking. Then we're going to hopefully make this part look better. I think that looks okay. Look at you. Now we can do the little details. I'm just going to merge these two layers because it's the same color. It's the archway here and the green of the archway and the broom here. But they are, look like they're kind of not the same color. Though, do y'all realize that sometimes when you pick the color, it doesn't look the same? Apparently it is. It looked like it was, looks like it's lighter than that, but we'll just go with that. So I'm just gonna make this again because I want to add the green details. I think I'll have the green right above here because I'm gonna have some greens in that background behind the girls, so I'm kind of trying to strategically place my layers. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm choosing a green color. Maybe we'll do this light green, and I think I'm just gonna use dry ink or the dry pastel. I'll just go with the dry pastel, I think. And then the drawing assist again, and we're going to draw these fun little leaves on the side. I thought about also just making it all brown, but I think there's a charm to having it colored. So we'll just do this and hope that it turns out well. Tomorrow I am going out with my husband and mother-in-law. We have a little local plant shop here that has a bunch of beautiful home decor as well. It's also one of the places we go to when we are going to look for Christmas decor. And they're having a little petting zoo thing tomorrow for Easter, and we're gonna go see the animals. We usually go every year, so that'll be really fun to go do. And hopefully it'll be fun. We're planning to go to the mall in St. Foy as well, but we were gonna go to the mall in St. Foy afterwards, but we decided not to go. They have a cabin or souk, which is the Sugar Shack event that's going on there, but we decided against it. But it's perfect for children, and a lot of children were off today because of course it's Easter weekend. And we also went out today. I went and had some lunch at a place called Barbie's with my husband. And no, it's not like the toy doll Barbies, but I guess it's kind of like how in Australia I think they say the Barbie, like a barbecue. So there is a restaurant here called Barbie's, and I had some steak with fries, which was really nice. And I also got a chicken soup, but there wasn't a lot of chicken in it. It turned out the chicken a lot, and then they put the chicken in there, but it's barely chicken, but it's still really good. It's a lot of fun. Tomorrow I'm gonna go have breakfast with my mother-in-law and my husband as well. So I had to wake up early. I'm not a morning person. Here we go with that. And then do I want to draw? Yeah, I think that's good. The four leaves, like that's good. And then we're gonna go do the other side. What size was that? I think it was a little smaller than that. Is that about what I want to do? I think so, because it's not going to be exactly the same. Because this side is already smaller to begin with. Which is fine. Don't try to be perfect. I'm trying to let it not get to me. Okay, so let's draw the side. I tried to get Nightbot to work, but I don't know if it works or not. I spent a whole evening trying to figure out how to make the stream better, but it's still a work in progress. I want to redo a bunch of the things for my layout and everything. I did a few changes, but there's some more changes I want to do. I want to add like a be right back screen. I want to have some little animations and stuff. I haven't gotten that far yet. So since I'm not doing Patreon anymore, I'll probably start trying to work on that stuff. I wanted to add Fanny to the screen here, but there wasn't room for him. So I think also for the screen, for the starting student screen, I want to do something with Fanny as well. Kind of using the design that I did for the Pendle Club memo pad last month. Yeah, last month. I think that'll be fun. I was also thinking about updating my end screen for YouTube videos. It's been a while since I've done that stuff. Now the thing is if I add this leaf here, am I okay with the fact that it's cut off? I think it'll be okay. Like, I think it's totally fine. Then we're also going to have some little leaves on the sides that I'm going to draw as well. And then we'll be done. Yep. Now we're going to do the ones on the side, and then we'll be pretty much done with this arch. I think I want it to be a little smaller. I'm gonna make these a little more long overly looking, I think. Yeah. These little simple plant thingies are fun to do. It adds a fun little uniqueness to it. I was wondering if I should add mushrooms too, but I decided to just put it in the background over here. So we'll do that. Hello, Alyssa. How are you? I hope you're doing well. I have just been working on this piece right here. We're currently working on the archway. In the background here, we have a cat, but a moon cat, but I turned it off for now because it's kind of distracting and it's so bright. So for now, I'm just working on this archway for this, drawing the leaves on the side here. I'm trying not to let it be so perfect. Trying not to let certain things annoy me. 'Cause I don't want it to look perfect, even though, you know, everyone's like, as an artist, you want their art to be perfect. I'm just trying not to be as picky as I usually am. Because in the end, this piece is going to be like a pretty detailed piece can. So yeah, this was not the plan in the studio vlog. I think the last studio vlog I showed a little bit. So in the last studio vlog, I showed this one. This was the sneak peek. And I started working on the cat. The cat was mostly done, and I started working on the girl. And I stopped and I was like, I don't think I like it. I think it's too simple. So I stopped working on this. And then I sketched this one up. And I like this one a lot better. So I'm really happy. I just wasn't feeling the other one. I could have finished it already if I just kept doing it. But it's like, would I be happy if it was like that simple? So I just stopped working on it. I'm really happy with how this one looks like. And I was seeing how this one has a potential to be the art print that gets the sparkle lamination on it. But I'm not exactly sure yet because there is another art print that I haven't shared with anyone except my husband that also has a potential to be an art print that gets the sparkle laminate. I am going to be printing these at home, plus the ones that I shared on the poll. They're all going to be in the next shop update. I'll be printing them at home. 2, 4, 5 leads. But yeah, I will decide later which print will have the sparkle laminate. But I'll be excited because I haven't really used the sparkle laminate that I have too much. And the sparkle laminate has only been used for Patreon stickers and one Patreon art print. But I would like to start using it for some Etsy stuff. So that's probably the first thing that I'm going to do. Use it on is an art print. I'm thinking of possibly also making a sticker sheet with this cat and this character on it. But not exactly sure because the plan before I switched the art print design to this one was that the art print was going to be a lot more simple. And then the sticker sheet would have like all this stuff, like all the little mushrooms and stuff in the bag, her stirring her little pot here and everything. But since I already did it for the print, we'll have to see if I do the sticker sheet or not. This one's, the leaves are bigger on this one. I need to make them smaller. And also this week, an upcoming studio vlog, I have been trying to possibly work on a new product. Well, I guess I am trying it out. Hopefully it works. So far I am really happy with what I have tried, but there's also something else I'm waiting for in the mail to try before I confirm that I want to do it. It's like these leaves are a little bigger, but I think it's okay. Okay, don't be picky, don't be picky. When I was thinking about how the other art print was too simple, I kept thinking about this arch and I couldn't get over the idea of having this arch, and I've been kind of a little bit obsessed with the arches since I did the Patreon reward for February. which would be also one of the prints that would be coming out. Hello, Cynthia. How are you? Oh, speaking of prints, if you haven't seen my Instagram stories, I did have one of my prints get sold at the Biz Baz Boba shop, and it's the first print that has been sold from the art gallery. So I'm super, super excited that one of my prints sold, because you never know if like your stuff is gonna do well. You just do it and like cross your fingers and hope that it works out. You're doing fine. Working on some shop stuff finally. Procrastinated too long. Oh, yeah, I saw some of your stuff on your Instagram stories, like, and it looks really good. I know that you were working on doing an enamel pen design. Did you finally get those produced? And then we're doing it the opposite way. This way. I think for my next shop update, I finished just the artwork, but I haven't created the mock-up vectors yet. Okay. I have to figure out how vectors work. Because I know that some artists like to have more control of their pens and like the whole process. So a lot of artists learn how to do vector so they can submit that. And just knowing vector in general is really good, because then when you resize vectors, like they're always high quality. So I need to learn how to do vectors, because I would like to do more normal pens in the future, but that's not going to be until like a while. And I would start looking into like more manufacturers for different things and not always like defaulting to Grace for everything, because Grace is just like really convenient, you know. But I would definitely like looking into more manufacturers. It's just like Alibaba, looking through Alibaba is just kind of confusing sometimes, even though I see all those tutorials and everything on how to use it, how to search up manufacturers and everything. It's just like very nerve-wracking. Oh my god, I'm looking at your Instagram. I absolutely love your March Patreon communities. Oh, thank you so much. Like, I sent those off, the people that signed up on the for this month. I already sent off the Patreon goodies. And by the end, on the 31st, or on Sunday, is that the 31st? On the 31st on Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern, I am going to unpublish my Patreon page. So, if no one else signs up for Patreon rewards, then that's it. But yeah, I had a lot of fun creating March's rewards. Pins are so expensive. Yeah, pins are very expensive, especially as Canadians, yeah, like the price is really high. But Grace is get started, to be honest, can't really go wrong. But yeah, but Grace is very, very convenient and really good if you're like just starting to try to get stuff manufactured. I would still use them for like their acrylic products. I love their acrylic products, but for other items, like I would really like to start just trying to get more comfortable with using Alibaba. I might use them for my clear stickers since I really want to get those in my story. I'm thinking that I might use it for stickers too, but I'm not sure yet because I know that, you know, for everyone's experience it's going to be different, but recently I've been seeing a couple people say that their stickers have been not as nice quality from Vogue Grace. So I'm a little scared, but again, it's everyone's experience different with that. And I've been thinking about possibly making stickers with them too, but we'll see what I end up doing. Plus I liked the sample. Oh, you got a sample box from Vogue Grace? That must have been a tough decision. That must have been a tough decision for Patreon. I was thinking about possibly doing Patreon one more month, like in April, and then stopping it. But in the end, I was like, you know what? I think it's just better to just stop it now and then start focusing more on the small business and like get some prints and stuff out. Because like I said in my studio vlog, I haven't really been giving my prints a chance. And I've just been trying to sell like older art prints and I haven't tried to sell any new ones. So I think like doing even this illustration and the other few Patreon ones and the other one that I haven't shared yet would be a good test. Do you guys want to see the other art prints since y'all are here? The one I haven't shared with anyone else? I don't mind sharing with you guys because since you guys are here at the live stream. Pens from Vogue Grace are very, very expensive. Yes, pens in general though are very expensive because of how they make them and everything. But the thing you have to remember with Vogue Grace is that Vogue Grace is a middleman for everything that's not acrylic products. So if you get acrylic products from Vogue Grace, they make those at their warehouse where they make their stuff. So that's why you'll always get acrylic items with them a lot faster than any other items because they make those in-house. So for enamel pens and paper products and all that other stuff, they outsource it from a different company. So those always take longer to get. I use Vogue Grace for magnets and I love them. I have thought about making epoxy magnets with them, but I haven't committed yet. The last time I almost did, but I decided not to. I'll take one for the team and do it for you. Okay, I think. Let me know how it goes, Sarah. Yes, please share. You want to see the other art print? Okay. The other art print that I haven't shared with anyone else is this one. This is going to be the other art print. It has Famey. This is the first art print with Famey on it. And my characters, you know, Captain Froggo, Mushroom Khan, Snail, the Snail friend, and the Bee friend. And it's a nighttime scene. And, you know, he's making Famey here. He's making some little magical, shiny, glowing balls. And, you know, they're just little and there's all the leaves and it's dark. And I think it's really cute. So this has potential to be the sparkle laminate print because I want to make one of them a sparkle laminate print. So it's either going to be this one or the one I'm currently working on. I'm going to put them both together, put the sparkle laminate on it, and then see which one I like better because they both have the right color palette, I think, to have the sparkle laminate on it. And just because you guys are here as well, I'm thinking about the other thing I'm going to work on in the future. Where did I put it? Oh, it's this. So it would be Captain Froggo as different characters that I have created as through the past. So he's been an astronaut, and in the Faber Patreon reward, he was a Froggo Prince, and then we have the birthday Froggo, and then we have like him literally being Captain Froggo. And I think I'm gonna do like a total 9 of them, and they're gonna be probably a die cut sticker set and another product that I'm currently trying to figure out that you're seeing the next studio vlog. So I'm not going to reveal that yet. But yeah, that's something. And I was also working on this one before. This was going to be a die cut sticker. And it's a piece of toast. And then he's sitting on a log and he has a little stick. And the marshmallow is going to have a face too. And he has like a little egg friend pin on his scarf. And it was going to say "Stay Toasty" on there. So that's why it's a toast with the toasted marshmallow with the scarf. So I don't know if I'm going to finish this or not. Because I was working out, I was like, oh, this is going to be a beautiful and really nice die cut sticker. But I was like, is anyone going to want a die cut sticker with a toasted marshmallow that says "Stay Toasty"? So I just kind of stalled because I was like, no one's gonna want this. But when I first thought about it, I was like so excited about it, but I just stopped. It's like, no one's gonna want it. So I might finish this. Oh, you want that? Okay. So I will finish it for the next shop update. So that's something I'm gonna have. Also gonna have this Froggo bookmark. That was the digital download. All the Patreon prints except the Spring Breeze one. The 3 Patreon prints, they were the top 3 voted ones. These stickers, which I did in the studio vlog that you'll see on Monday. And then this print right here. The other print of the other artwork I just showed you guys. And this one. It may be a sticker sheet with this character and the moon cat. And I don't know, did I show y'all the moon cat? So this is how the moon cat looks like. And this is the shine for the moon cat, but I turned it off. And I guess I could just leave the moon cat on. Right now, once everything's drawn, it's gonna look like that. Because then she's gonna have her drawers, the floor, and a few things behind her. But I just made it a low opacity for now so I can see the stuff in the background and draw it on top of it. And you said Vogue Guys makes a bunch of other stuff actually. Oh, I didn't know that their lanyards and stickers are made in-house. I was just told that they only make their acrylic products. So it's good that they make their lanyards and stickers in-house as well. I saw them making it in their factory tour. Oh, okay. In their factory tour. Do they have? They usually have videos of factory tours. Is it on YouTube? Or like Alibaba or something? You've definitely come a long way since the start. Love the art. Oh, thank you so much. I really try my best. And I'm really proud of myself too. Because I have noticed like their growth. Since I went from anime art to committing to cute artwork, and then changing to lineless artwork because I hate doing line art. So it's been nice that I'm starting to like recognize my own progress and just appreciate it more and be like okay with doing things that are a little bit more complicated. Because I don't know, I don't think Cythera is here when I said it, but I was working on this one, which was the original plan. And it was just going to have like some stars on it. So it was gonna have the stars on it, and it was gonna have the witch character. And originally it kind of looked like this. I'm turning the face off. And the cheeks for both of them. Kind of like that, and just be like stars and kind of simple. And then I finished it as much as I did, and I was like, I didn't like it. So, hello Lemon! Thank you for being here. So I redesigned it to this, and I think it's a lot better. I'm a lot more happier with it. So I'm glad that I'm just, even though it's more detailed, and sometimes I do get frustrated with detailed artwork, that I was actually really happy to redesign this. And it's not oftentimes that I have the motivation to redesign things, but I knew that if I kept working on the other one, in the end I wouldn't be happy with it. But at least the cat was done. I had to finish the cat, and I just brought the cat in from the other palette, and it's like, now just to figure everything else out. And for the girl's hair, I wasn't planning for her hair to be this reddish brownish color. I was thinking about just a normal brown color, but there's so much brown already in the artwork, and I didn't want to make her hair pink, because if you guys have followed me, almost every single human character I have drawn has had pink hair. So I was like, I don't want this to be pink hair again, another pink haired character. And the reason why I do the pink hair, like I automatically like choose to do pink hair, is because it stands out. Like the main character needs to stand out, right? But because the cat is so white, like it kind of helps with like the character being seen. So I want to make sure that she's like a kind of darker color than the moon cat, because the moon cat's gonna be shining like crazy. But I just tried that color for her hair to like draw the hair in, and I actually really like it, so I might just leave it that color. Your Patreon print from last August is perfection. I'm so sad I missed it. Which one is the one from August? I've done so many prints, like I can't remember like right off my head which print that is. I like the more muted color palette here, and the red hair is great. Okay, awesome. I really love this color palette too. This is the same color palette I used for the cottage one, and this is the same palette I used for February's Patreon reward. It's like the cottage core with like not the standard cottage core colors, and I think it's beautiful. Like I really wanted to use this color palette again. Usually I get bored of using a certain color palette really easy, like if I start using it too much, but for this one I was like, I have to use this color palette again. So yeah, I think like I would probably use this color palette quite a bit. I'm just happy I found this palette in general. It's a pathway with the little garden and the picnic. I want to go to this park. Oh yeah, the one with the what is it, that certain view. So there was actually the one who suggested that view point, and I had a really hard time with it because I've never done it before, and it's like, how did I do this? But I think in the end I kind of did okay. So it's thanks to Sadera for suggesting that one even like came to life the way it did. So I really appreciate it. But that was probably one of the hardest art prints that I've worked with because of that angle. But I had a lot of fun with it. Isometric, yeah, that's right. I forgot the name of it, but yeah. Sadera suggested the isometric view, and I think it turned out okay. I struggled so much with it because it's something I've never done before, but it was a lot of fun to try to figure out. Okay. This one. Thank you. I'm glad you like that one. This print right here has been one of the ones I've been wanting to redraw, and I was thinking about redrawing it for a Patreon print sometime last year, but then that choice was never chosen on the poll when I did the poll, and I'm really happy that I never got chosen because I don't think back then I would have given this print justice, because as you can see here, I'm recreating like an old piece of artwork, but making it a little bit better, or a lot better, hopefully. So I don't think I would have given it justice. So now that I'm actually doing it, like, I'm really happy with how it looks like. So I'm glad that I ended up not redrawing it back then. So I think I can do it more justice. I think I'm gonna revisit some more of my art prints, like from the past, and try to redraw them and recreate them. And I think it'd be really fun. I have a couple that I've seen already. I have like a hard drive just with a lot of my old stuff in it. So I'll probably revisit that quite a bit to get some inspo. I think that other leaf is too big. Oh, have y'all seen, since we were talking about Vogue Grace earlier, have y'all seen that Vogue Grace might be doing plushies? I saw that and I was like, what? Are they gonna be offering plushies on their website? I was like, that would be very interesting if they do plushies. The only thing about plushies is that everyone who has done plushies has, you know, also talked about this year. I'm not planning to go to a talkathon. I would love to table at Otakathon, but right now I'm not thinking about it because of the funds. Like, I also have to think about like the price of the table, the hotels and everything, of course. It's just very pricey for me. So not this year. Maybe next year, we'll see. I will be at the Quebec City Comic Con, but unfortunately not Otakathon. Not only that, Otakathon is really hard to get into. Like, within just minutes, like not even, I think last year I had some Artist Alley friends who said like not even a minute of them filling out an application, like everything was already full. And they're like, they submitted their application a minute after it finished, and they were in the wait list, like very far down on the wait list to get a table. So yeah, for the people who do get into a talkathon, it's amazing. It's not easy. Like, everyone's fighting to get into a talkathon. And I saw this year that on one of a talkathon Facebook groups, like, they're actually the artist director who went there and was asking like artists like their opinions and what they thought and what they would like improvement on when it came to the Artist Alley. And a lot of people were talking about a bunch of good things. One of the main things that stood out to me that they were talking about, the artists who like really want a spot in our local, they were talking about how it wasn't fair that local artists are being prioritized for a talkathon, and that they were allowing like a lot of American artists to be out talkathon. And they're like, and I agree with them that in the States there are a lot of anime conventions. So there are a lot more anime conventions in the US than there is in Canada. So a lot of people are like, why are they getting priority? And like, there's so many artists who are local, who will love a table but never have a chance. And that just really stood out to me. I thought that was really interesting. But I would like to try next year. Again, just depends. Their Artist Alley applications are coming out a month earlier than usual. So I think sometime next month, I think. is when Artist Alley applications for Talkathon coming out. So next year, hopefully, I can try to get into a Talkathon. If not, I'll try to see if I can maybe share a table with someone. But sharing a table can be hard as well, because I think I have too many products to just have half a table. But in the end, having a table in the first place is better than having no table, right? Okay, so we have that. So now let's work on the window. I'll put on the 2D grid so it'll make my straight lines. I'm not exactly committed to the color for the window here, but we're just gonna put, let's do black so I can actually see it for now. And then turn it on like this so I can actually see it. Drawing assist. I think another in WeCon, but it's a smaller convention. I did WeCon last year and they mentioned that they're gonna have that on November 2nd. But that's kind of right after, a month after the Quebec City Comic Con. I have a lot of artist friends who are right now at Anime Ottawa, so I'm a little jealous. I would love to have been outside of the province, but for now, you just do what you can. My mother-in-law wanted to vend together at a market in July. But I told her that it's not a good market for me. So I'm not gonna do it. I don't know if she's gonna do it. The tables are like $70 plus. Oh, you didn't go to Anime Ottawa? Is there a certain reason why you're not going, or just decided not to go? Maybe not your favorite VAs or something? When we were doing the mini Quebec City Comic Con, there were a lot of artists on that Sunday who were like kind of freaking out because they were trying to get into Anime North. And they're like, oh, I have to have someone watch over my table so I can apply for Anime North. And so many artists were stressed out. I was just kind of like, I wish I was stressed out about applying for Anime North. I would love to vend at Anime North. Conventions too new, don't want to go until it is a bit more reputable. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So that's good to know too, because I haven't really heard anyone really talk about Anime Ottawa until this year. So I don't know if people have, or more people that I know are going, but quite a few people I know from Montreal are there right now. Let's turn the cat off. It's like he's kind of blinding, even though he's like white, he's still blinding. How long into your small business journey did you start doing markets? I only started doing markets 2 years ago. So, and I started doing the small business more seriously like 2 years before. So 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024. So just like 2 years. But then when I started vending or thinking about it, I was so obsessed with like finding like a market to vend at, right? So I was on Facebook looking everywhere. I was like, I gotta find all these places that I can like go vend at my place, vend at and sell my stuff out. Like I didn't care what it was, like, but I soon learned that, you know, you just shouldn't vend somewhere just because you can. you need to make sure that it is a good place for your products. That's why I told my mother-in-law no for the place that she wanted us to vend together at. Because before I started vending in person, my mother-in-law and I have talked about vending together because she does like the, what is it called? The macro? What's it called? The thing that you do with the ropes, like the thick ropes, and you make like the hanging wall decor. It starts with the M, Mac something. I forgot the name of it, but she does that. And we were talking about, Mac. I don't know how to pronounce it, but what Alyssa wrote, she does that. And we were talking about vending together before I even started vending. And I was looking into the event she suggested, and I was like, that's not going to work for my products. So unfortunately, no. Because it's a one-day event and I'm not going to, unfortunately, I don't think I would make a profit off of it, even if we split the table. And I want to make sure I'm just not vending just because it's a place to vend. I want to make sure that it's a place that fits my products. So I hope my mother-in-law's fine with that answer. Actually seeing her tomorrow. We're going to go out tomorrow. We're going to go to the local plant shop because they're having a petting zoo there. So we're going to go see some animals and go pet some animals. Also, I don't go to conventions for the guests. I only go to the cosplay and buy merch. Oh, okay. I've heard like a lot of people say that they usually go to anime convention for the artist alley or cosplay as well. Not everyone goes for the VAs. I mean, I did go to a Chocothon last year to, of course, the Artist Alley and because of the VAs. But a Chocothon last year was my first experience ever getting a signed autograph. And I don't think I will ever do it again unless McKinyu is there. McKinyu is the guy who plays Zorro in the Netflix live action. And in the Montreal Comic Con guest list, they announced that the actor who played Buggy from the live action is going to be there. But if McKinyu is there, that's a little different. But I will most likely not do that again. It was not a fun experience. I did not enjoy waiting that long for an autograph. I felt like I did nothing at a talkathon. I didn't even get a chance to like look at all of the artist alley, and I was there for all 3 days, but the artist alley was so huge. The wait time for autographs took forever. I got really lucky though, because I was able to get his autograph, or Keith Silverstein. He's the voice actor for a bunch of anime characters, but I wanted his autograph because of Zhongli from Genshin Impact. I love Zhongli from Genshin Impact. But yeah, that took up so much of my time because the day before, on the Friday, I was trying to get his autograph as well on the Friday, but I couldn't because his time was up. And I didn't know, but for the rules I would talk about, autographs, there are free autographs as well, or you can get paid autographs where you buy the merch. And free autographs are only the first hour that they're signing. Now, a lot of people didn't know that, and a lot of people were really mad about it. I was able to get a free autograph with a Zhongli print that I had brought myself. And then I also ended up buying that print over there because it was so beautiful. And I knew that if I didn't get that print, I would regret it. And I had already waited that long anyway, so I might as well get the print. So that's what I did. I'm not sure what color I want to make the floor yet, so I'm just gonna put a color down for now. But yeah, I never want to do that like ever again. Unless it's someone like I really want to see. Cause I didn't get to go through all the artist alley. I already probably got halfway through. I didn't even get to where the cranes were and the artist alley. I saw the cranes, but I never even got to like that point. The 3 days I was there, because I spent so much time waiting and going to like the masquerade, going to the world cosplay event and everything. There's just no time to go through the artist alley. And like they need more space. They don't have enough space in the artist alley. Okay, so I'm gonna draw these drawers now. Drawing assist. Alyssa said, I don't like waiting for anything. I don't either, but it's like, if I don't do this now, I'm never going to get this voice actors signature. So I was like, I might as well do it. But I don't know. Like I said, unless it's like a McKinney that's gonna be at the Montreal Comic Con. We did have Sailor Moon's voice actress at the Quebec City Comic Con last year. There says, I don't mind waiting for stuff. I'm used to it now. Oh, yeah. The last year was the first time I ever waited for a VA. And the thing though with the VA with Keith Silverstein is it wasn't his fault, but more like Autokathon's time and panels and everything was not really good. Like they scheduled him to have his signing right after a panel, but then like exactly right after he finished his panel, but they didn't take into account like how long it would take him to get from the panel to the area to sign. So he was about like 15-20 minutes late to the signing. And you know, people get really impatient. I was fine because I knew that he had that schedule, so I had to tell people like, you know, he's late, he has a panel, like he doesn't control that, you know. But yeah, I think Autokathon has grown so much, and they just need to just figure out how to manage that stuff better. Like they had everything like back to back to back. And we're just gonna round the corners of these boxes so it looks better, and it looks more like drawers kind of. Do you guys like buying larger art prints, like 8.5, size 8.5, well, standard paper size or bigger, because I have thought about making bigger prints, but I don't know if anyone would actually want a bigger print of my stuff. I have thought about making the other print I just showed you guys with Famia on it. I was thinking about making it that size, like the Zhongli print, and that's about 11 by 16, 17. But I was like, I don't think anyone wants our print that big. And I've read from a lot of other artists who have said that when they sell their prints, a lot of people just buy the smaller print anyway. So I don't know if I should even bother. Oh, speaking of prints, there's supposed to be a local print shop that's been in the works over here for like the past year or so, and I'm praying that I could use that print shop to make some prints and other stuff. I've looked at the website and they seem to offer like prints and stickers, so I'm hoping that I can use them for a few things. It'd be nice because they're literally like just right there, like behind where I live, probably not even 5 minutes from me. So hoping that that's a place I can use to make a few things. The only thing I really hate about print shops here is that you can't do everything online. You have to call them for a quote and stuff. And you know, they speak French here, so I'm not exactly confident asking in French about everything in their services. So we'll see. I think if you're going to do a large format, it might as well be the tabloid size, like in conventions. 11 by 17. 8 by 10 size and smaller prints seem pretty uncommon to me. And similar prints seem pretty uncommon to me. Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen as many 8.5 by 10s. The ones that seem more popular are like the 4 by 6s or the 5 by 7s. Because I know not everyone likes to buy huge prints. I'm someone who usually doesn't buy huge prints. Like my husband bought this Link one for me, and I think it's a little, yeah, it's a slightly bigger size than the Zhongli one. But this Zhongli print is probably the largest print I bought in like forever. Usually I stick to like 5 by 7 or 4 by 6s. Now let's find this layer here with the yellows. Draw the little door handles. Or not door handles. I'm just gonna duplicate it. In Procreate, they have this function called snapping right here. And I don't really know much about like the magnetics part of it, but this helps to like automatically align things to each other. Sometimes it doesn't work as well because it likes to align with like multiple different layers of your stuff. But just for like this, it seems to work. It might have a harder time with the distance here. Yeah, like right here, it can't. Right here. Okay, we figured it out. So here's not too bad. But pretty much you can just line your stuff up like that. It's pretty easy. And then if you wanted to, you can just center it. You can take this too and you can center them. but sometimes it's hard to, because now it's trying to center or align with everything else that's on the piece. So you have to get that yellow line though, right here, and then it'll be centered. And then if I just like press down with my finger, it moves down to where I want it. Now I'm gonna merge it with my other layer that has all my yellows in it, because I want to try to save as many layers as I can. I think that looks okay for now. I think that's too low. I'm gonna make it a little higher. So if I just tap above it, it'll move the circles up. I think that looks a lot better. Yeah, I think for the Etsy shop, or for the Etsy shop, I'll probably just stick to 5x7s for art prints, and maybe for the standard paper size, I'll just have those for in-person events. And then I think we can do the little details for the leaves here. A little detail. Actually, I think I want the line smaller than that. So we're gonna make it a little smaller. Do you guys have plans for Easter? Don't really have plans other than tomorrow going to that little petting zoo at the plant shop. Do you guys want to hear a funny story about one time that we went? Oh, you don't celebrate it? So one year we went to that petting zoo, and my father-in-law was there, my mother-in-law, me, and my husband. And at that petting zoo, they had like a parrot. There's a parrot in a cage, and they had like in the little feeder for the food, they had peanuts that hadn't been opened. So my father-in-law stole one of the parrot's peanuts and cracked it open and ate the parrot's food. I was like, what are you doing? You're stealing food from the parrot. So why would you do that? When he did that, I was so shocked. Like, why would he do that? We also made a little basket of stuff for my mother-in-law and father-in-law. Peanuts for birds are pretty bland. Yeah. But I was just so shocked that he did it. I was like, what are you doing? You're stealing. Imagine like the worker finding like the peanut shells just randomly. On like a plant. Like he threw it onto a plant. I was like, what are you doing? The poor plant and the poor parrot. We're also getting breakfast together with my mother-in-law tomorrow. You would try the snacks? We're going to go get breakfast tomorrow at a place called Equus, something like that. But there's this one breakfast place I've been wanting to try, but you can't make reservations online. And they say, oh, call us to make reservations. And I tried calling them when I first wanted to try them, but they don't answer their phone, like ever. Even though it says, oh, call us to make a reservation, they don't answer. Like, I would let the phone go until like you get the voicemail. It's about like a minute and 30 seconds until it goes to the voicemail. And every single time I called, I didn't call one after the other, but like I would wait like 30 minutes and then call again. It was the same thing. So it's like, why do you say to call to make a reservation and then not even pick up the phone? It was the point of that. We have peanut butter dog treats that we're oh my goodness. Peanut butter dog treats. Speaking of animals, my sister-in-law is getting a rabbit, and like she's part of a Facebook group where they say they rescue animals. So like there's people who be like rescuing pets that they're unable to keep themselves. So someone offered like a rabbit for free with like all the stuff for the rabbit, like the cage and the food and everything. And my husband was very jealous. My husband loves rabbits, and he has been wanting to get a rabbit. Personally, I would like to get a hedgehog because hedgehogs are nocturnal like me. And I think the hedgehogs are cute. But my husband has been wanting one. Unfortunately, we cannot have pets because we're in an apartment. It's, rules. But I think when we get a home, I think we'll have a pet rabbit. Rabbits are really great pets. My husband had a rabbit when he was a kid, and he said they're pretty good pets. For me, I've had a dog and a cat as a pet growing up. But for me, I preferred having the cat. But I've had a really good experience with the cat. We went to the flea market where I used to live, and it's just really random that there was a family with kittens in a cage, and they were giving the kittens away for free to good homes. And I ended up, when I looked in the cage of like, just to look at the kittens, there were 2 kitties. One was a black kitty, and they were super playful, and they were like, just like wanting to paw your fingers. And there was like an orange and white cat, and they were just like relaxed and chilled and just resting and just minding their own business. And I was like, when I come back, because I had just gotten to the flea market, and I was thinking to myself, when I come back, I'm gonna come get this black cat, because I was like, it would be fun to have a really fun and playful cat. And then at the end, I went back, and the black cat wasn't there anymore. Someone had taken the black cat, and I was so sad. So I ended up taking the orange cat, and I named him Kyo. So if you know the reference, then you know. But that cat was like a really awesome cat. really chill cat. He wasn't scared of water. Had to go to the vet once and like get a little piece of its fur razored off for a treatment, and it was a really chill, wasn't scared or anything, and it's like the really good experience with having a cat. The only thing though was he was an indoor cat. Yeah. Number one fruits basket fan right here. Every time I go to the anime convention, I'm always looking for fruits basket stuff. One time, my husband's friend asked me, one year we went to a taco dome, my husband's friend asked, why is she looking for fruits basket stuff? I was like, do you not go to the anime convention to find stuff that you're a fan of? Like, that's why I'm looking for fruits basket stuff. But I don't find fruits basket stuff that much. Every once in a blue moon, I might find something. But yeah, the cat that had named Kyo was an indoor cat, and then we had another cat that was like more territorial of being inside, and someone had let him out, and then he disappeared, and I couldn't find him. And then eventually one day he came back, and he had a collar on him. So someone had adopted and taken in my cat. So Kyo was taking advantage of having two homes to go to. Which I thought was funny, but at the same time I was kind of sad. Because he had a taste of freedom of going out. If you didn't let him go out, he'd just keep meowing over and over and over again until you eventually let him out. So yeah, he has a new home. One time he did end up coming home before he had a collar on him, but then he was in very rough shape. Like, you can tell that he had gotten into it with like another animal, and then eventually he got out again, and that's when he came back with a collar. Made me a little sad, but what can you do? I don't think I'm going to erase this part right here. I think it looks kind of weird. Okay, now let's do these other ones. Usually I like to have the flat colors down before I do an art stream, but I didn't get a chance to get all the flat colors down, so I hope you guys don't mind. I don't know if this is a very fun part to watch, since I decided to change the art print design, so I didn't have as much time to put flat colors down. Did he stop coming back? He would come back and forth between both homes to get, he would come here, he'd come back to get cat food, and then once when he got what he wanted, he'll keep meowing and meowing and meowing until you let him out, and he wouldn't stop. Like, not only that, we did have another cat that was territorial, So I guess like having like that freedom for that cat Kyo to go in and out like might have made him, I don't know, feel more comfortable. Didn't have to deal with the territorial cat. But he would come back every once in a while to get food. But in the end it was probably better, because when he would come back, he was in great shape. Like, he is well kept, well groomed, he looked really nice. So like I knew that he was fine. He was just taking advantage that he had 2 places to go to for food. And before that, we had a dog, but we weren't really experienced with having animals, and my dad had brought the dog home because someone, I don't know if he bought the dog or he was given the dog. But we had a dog, black dog. I don't remember what kind of dog it was. Because I didn't know dog types back then. It might have been a lab, like a chocolate lab. And we named him. His name was Lucky. I think I named him. It's not like the best dog name. I don't know. Now that I think about it, like growing up, like I've always been in charge with, like, I would be asked what the name of like my sister would be, or the name of a pet, and I was somehow always in charge of naming things. Like when one of my younger sister was born, I was asked what her name should be, and I wanted her name to be Nala, from like Lion King, Nala. And then I ended up naming her the same name that a cousin ended up naming her, the same name that her sister had given to her daughter. So I was like, why? It's like, should have just been Nala. Then they wouldn't have the same name as someone else in the family. So why did you even ask me if you're not going to use the name? And then every time we name something, like my husband makes me name like things too. It's like, why am I in charge of naming things? Like, my husband bought me this plush, this little plush. He's like he's like a gingerbread man. So he's a Christmas plush, and he sits like really nicely in your hand like that. He's really cute. And my husband's like, what's his name? I was like, I don't know. He looks like a potato. So his name's like Petit Patat, which is little potato in French. And I love him because I used to have, growing up, I had this yellow bear that was very similar to Petit Patat. Like, he had like same shape and felt like a beanbag. And growing up, me and my sister came up with a little dance that our plushies would do together, because like they were best friends, and like when they met up they would do this little dance together. It was called, and I called it the Funky Noodle. And basically all they did when like they danced was like they just go like back and forth like this, I was like, where, that's called a funky noodle. And then when my husband bought that for me as a little gift because he goes out and plays cards every week, almost every week. So he went and got me that. And as soon as I touched the petit patat, that's the first thing I thought of, like back in my childhood when me and my sister would make up little plushies do the funky noodle. It was like really enjoyable. I was very attached. I was very attached to that bear, and I was like playing with it so much that it had like a little yellow bow on its neck here, and eventually the bow came off, so the bear had like a hole there, and it started falling apart. I don't know what happened to it. Like, I can't remember what happened to him in the end. I know that I bought it from Walmart, and then like there were ones that were very similar to the one I had. I had named that plushie Happy because he's like a beautiful yellow color, and then there were other ones that were very similar to it, but then like their face was not like the same. They had the same shape, same color fabric, same bow, but the face just wasn't the same. So yeah, it's a little sad about it. Then my sister had a plush that had pajamas. It's like blue and a little night hat and everything, and she called him Sleepy. So Sleepy and Happy would do the funky noodle together, and that's the first thing I thought of when a husband gave me that one. It was really nice. And then we went to the place where he got them, and they have so many plushies. Like there's like an avocado plush that's exactly like that one, and I love avocados. Like, I think if I went to an island and I could only have 3 things, I think avocados might be one of the 3 things I bring, because avocados are really good. Not only that, it's really hard to find good avocados here. Like in the States, it wasn't too bad to find avocados. No, not only that, avocados are really expensive. It's crazy how expensive avocados are. And then there was also a gingerbread house that was exactly the same thing. I was like, I have to get this gingerbread house, but I haven't gotten it yet. It would be perfect for Christmas decor. So now Petit Patat, and we have Leon and an owl friend and the little octopus that, you know, you turn inside out that makes different faces. They're all emotional support for Charles, which is my printer. So if you see my Instagram story about my top five employees, then you would know what I'm talking about. We have a few more to go. We're almost there. I think so far it's looking okay. I'm hoping I can get this done by next week. Hopefully. Are there certain products that you guys would like to see me make? Because I have a coupon that I need to use before like the end of May for Vogue Grace. I'm gonna try to figure out what would be a good product to bring to the Etsy shop that I maybe haven't made. I kind of want, although like keychains are fun, I don't always want to make keychains because at the mini Quebec at the mini Quebec City Comic Con where I was vending, there was a lot of people saying like, oh, I already have a lot of keychains. So there are a lot of people saying like they didn't want to buy more keychains because they already have a lot of keychains. So I was thinking like, maybe I shouldn't make as many keychains anymore. But I'm not exactly sure. If I'm not gonna make keychains, what am I gonna make? I thought about like the magnets as well, but I'm not exactly sure how popular that would be. But then I have read from other people who have sold magnets or have seen other people sell magnets that they thought it was an interesting item, because apparently not everyone sells magnets. So it was very unique to them to find magnets. And I know that Grace does those fancy resin magnets, kind of like how they do their keychains with epoxy resin on top. I wonder how well or how good those are. And I also thought about a few other things, but I'm not exactly sure. So I need to figure that out before the end of May, or my coupon is going to expire. Maybe it's time for you to get stickers too. Yeah, that's actually a good idea. Maybe stickers. But I'll have to look into it. Didn't they just do something new with stickers? I think I remember seeing them do a post-pop stickers, but I can't exactly remember. Because the last time they posted something, $24 for 50 right now? I might have to get some fancy stickers then. We'll have to see. I think it's without cell. Okay. I'll have to go look and see what designs they have. Okay. I've been wanting to get like fancier stickers done, but I haven't like committed to it. Because again, like for me, it's hard to get like 50 or something of one design, because you don't know how that design is going to do. So I don't exactly want to get 50 on one design, but I know that Vogue Grace is usually a company where you can get multiple designs. So I don't know if they do that for their stickers. I know you can do it for some of their other products, or most of their products. You can have a certain number of each design. Okay, yeah, it's 25 for 50, 25 USD. Okay, I'll look into it and see if that's something I do. Canadian is 33. Okay, I'll look into it. Can you do multiple designs within the 50, like most of their products? Like 5 designs or so? Plus 7 shipping. They do free shipping if you order over $60. Yeah, I remember that. They do over $60. Okay. That's not bad. That's pretty good. Especially if it's multiple. Oh, okay, they let you split it into whatever quantities. Okay, that's good then. Because most places that you do get stickers from, they don't allow you to break it up like Vogue Grace does. So that's pretty good. So I'm gonna look into that and see if I do that or not. Yeah, they're pretty lenient about that stuff. I don't think I've ever had trouble with them splitting up designs. I'm still waiting for the remix of my sticky notes. Back in the end of February, they said they would remake them. But I'm a little scared because I don't think they'll be... I think they'll be the same. Not very sticky. So then I would probably just end up giving them out for free. Because I don't feel comfortable selling them. Hey, finally finished. Okay. So now we need to do the floors and all the little things in the background here. I just ordered more of the acrylic magnets for Grace recently. They're doing decent in my shop. I have thought about the acrylic magnets too. And I also thought about the acrylic clips. But I wasn't too sure about the acrylic clips because like I think it'd be really good if you're someone who bullet journals, because then like you can use the clip to help open your bullet journal or whatever, or something like that. So I'm not exactly sure about the clips, but I almost did the clips over doing the sunflower froggo. But in the end, I'm happy I did the sunflower froggo. And I will probably look at the acrylic magnets too, because again, that's a product I don't have. But I also thought about just making more acrylic coasters as well, because people seem to be very interested in the coasters. Also, if you're interested, there is an artist who is in the Artist Alley Friends group. They make acrylic coasters. They make some really nice sticker sheets and die-cut stickers. They kind of have like a raised, that you can have a raised part of the design on it. And they're making a few other things like wooden, I think wooden and acrylic pins and stuff. And they're possibly going to do, I think prints later, but they like make their products at home. And it seems like a lot of people are very satisfied with their service. And I was very interested in their acrylic coasters. So it's basically similar to what I have, like this one from Vogue Grace. I think this is Vogue Grace, but I'm not sure because I did a group order for it. But stuff like they have the front coated in, I think, UV resin or something. Some kind of something to prevent the artwork from getting messed up. The only thing though, because I am in Canada, is that they are in the US. However, if you're in the US, they might be a great option for you because you get free shipping if you're in the US. So if you're interested in trying this person's stuff, they don't have like a legit site like Will Grace. They kind of have like a spreadsheet and then an order form kind of thing. And then they have, I think, kind of something kind of like a link tree and stuff. But they have stuff on their Instagram and they do some manufacturing. I'm interested in like their raised stickers thing. But if you're interested, just let me know and I will show you their Instagram. If I was still in the States, I would probably use them over Vogue Grace just because they're in the States. But I've been like kind of stalking their Instagram page because I'm very interested to see what they do with prints, since they're kind of doing something a little fancy with their stickers that I haven't really seen anyone else do. There probably maybe people who are doing like that stuff too, but I haven't really seen anything about it. Where? It's right there. So I'm gonna put this right below that so I can merge all the greens that are similar together, and we're going to work on some of the stuff in the back of the girl here. So probably make it lay more like this. Make it also a little lighter. You can see what I'm drawing better. And I think it's for the sticky notes, yeah, I don't think if it's not the Post-it brand, then it's probably not good. I know some people use, a lot of people use Vistaprint. And then apparently there's the 3M, But isn't, I think 3M is like the people who'd make Post-it brand, the Post-it notes, don't, aren't they? I've heard people say they use 3M, and I was like, but how do you guys make an order with 3M? Like, I looked it up, and I didn't really see how you can order with them, if you even can. And I know Bailey J made some sticky notes with Real Grace, and I had to comment. It said that the sticky notes are not that good, because people were asking about it. So she ended up getting them from Remade with Vistaprint, because I know she's someone who likes quality products too. So the Vogue Grace sticky notes wouldn't be up to her standards. I know she just released a vlog about the new Post-it notes she got from Vistaprint. I haven't watched it yet, but I know that the Vistaprint's sticky notes are pretty good, since they have the Post-it label on it. It's just like they're fairly expensive to make or get produced, and it's not worth just making like 25, because if you only make 25 sticky notes, like to try it, they're very expensive. So it's better to get like more than 25 if you can, but it's just hard. I did DIY them before, but they're not fun to DIY. They take forever to make. But if you're just making them for yourself at home, like, it's totally fine. But to sell, they just take forever to make. I made a few. I did make them back in the day for the Etsy shop, and I did for a little bit for this current shop. I made some for the Pindo Club Goodies for Patreon, but after the last time I made them, I was like, I don't want to make them anymore. They just take way too long. You guys want to know what I was working on? Like, I said that you guys would see it in the next studio vlog, but since you guys are here, I can tell you guys if you guys want to know. You guys will kind of know what the next studio vlog is going to be about. But I'm just waiting for something that's supposed to be here sometime next week before I decide if I actually want to go through with it or not. Make the next one, because I wanted this to be like a bunch of these little leaves together, so I'll probably do like 3 to make it look like it's tied up. Then we'll draw our little mushrooms next. Is this possible to get the March Patreon awards? Yes, if you sign up now, you can get the March rewards. If you sign up anytime during this month, before this month, on the 31st, before 6 p.m. Eastern, you can still get March rewards. But after 6 p.m. on the 31st, Patreon's going to be unpublished. And that'll be it for Patreon. So let's make this leaf go this way. It's not going exactly the same way as the other one. Then I'm going to have to do the little details because of lineless artwork. No lineless artwork. I'm glad that like early in my digital art journey that I figured out that I hated doing line art so much that I started figuring out trying to do like lineless artwork. And it's been really fun trying to figure out lineless artwork. I think it's gone pretty well. The only thing that sucks about doing lineless artwork is that like if you do line art, you have the potential to do things like, if you wanted to, you could sell digital downloads of the line art. So basically like coloring pages. And then if you wanted to in the future, you could do like a coloring book if you wanted to. That's the beauty of having line art. And if you wanted to do something with vinyl, like if you wanted to make cups or other things, like you have a line art for it. And if you wanted to make the lines thicker, you just make them thicker. But with lineless art, because you don't have a line art, you can't do that. That's the only thing about it. But I'm really happy with the lineless artwork. This one. This one's smaller. We just do 3 in a bundle. And we're going to separate them. So it looks like 3 different pieces instead of right now looking like one giant bunch of random stuff. So far I have worked 8 hours. 8 hours and 45 minutes on this. It's actually longer than that because it doesn't count the time that I had already spent on the cat on the other print, because I just took all the layers from the other print and brought them in here. Why does it take me forever to do flat colors? I've seen the artists who, they usually, there's 2 different types of artists. I feel like the artists who are like me, who do artwork by lines, like I draw everything and then I color it. And then there's also those artists who they go ahead and make the shape, like for example when they draw the face, they already make the circle and everything, like just painting it roughly, and then they put in the details as they go. And I wonder how my art would be if I did it by shape rather than like line by line by line. And I was thinking if I should try to experiment with that. But I don't know. Let's see. There's just a whole other thing, but then it would be fun to try. See if I get confused here or not, because I feel like I'm about to like, which leaf goes where? Okay. And then there was one. kind of right here. And then I think this one goes like that. It's a random large leaf. And these ones are okay. Do we want to draw these lines here? That doesn't look that good. Then this goes like this. I have to fix that leaf because then it looks a little awkward. Officially Pendle Club. Wow, thank you so much. I'll have to prepare that for you soon. I have an Etsy order to prepare. This month has been pretty good for me when it comes to Etsy orders. So I have to prep an Etsy order and your Pendle Club goodies. So maybe it'll be shipped on Monday, maybe? Because I still have to edit the studio vlog. Yeah, and tomorrow I'll be busy, so I won't have time tomorrow. I have some to make some Pendle Club. The letter paper. I actually really like the Jackie letter paper that I made this month for the Pendle Club. I think it's really cute. I haven't made letter paper in forever. It used to be one of my main products and it was a pretty popular product, but I stopped making them as much when I started making where? I think I started making keychains. So I stopped making letter paper as much. I'm starting to get confused, like which piece goes where. I think this. I need to figure. Figure this out right here. Because this piece would be more like this, where it's like kind of separate from this piece. Right? Probably have to fix that later. Take your time, in no rush. Okay. Thank you. It takes me forever. I wish I could like do flat colors faster. But it is what it is. What can you do? I wish I was someone who can do everything in one layer. I've seen a lot of artists be able to render and put down the flat colors and do their sketch and everything on one layer. I have a lot of respect for those people. I wish I could do that. But I have trust issues with myself. I don't trust myself, so I have to have like 50 layers. If you don't have like an iPad and Procreate limits you to how strong Procreate limits you to how strong your iPad is. So that's why if you looked into iPads for drawing, a lot of people will suggest the iPad Pro, because the iPad Pro is the strongest out of all their iPads, and you would get more layers with your iPad. So for this is an 8x10 canvas. So with the settings I have, with 350 dpi, I get a total of 50 layers. And I've used 37. Well, I get a total of 87. So I've had 37 layers used, and there's like 50 layers more. So I know with how many layers I use, I'm going to have to eventually merge them. Yeah, I have trust issues too. Like I like having the security of easily being able to go back and just erase things really quick and fix them. But the way that people like erase when they render a one layer is that they just pick the color. Like if they accidentally mess up on a place where like maybe the colors are right, they just pick the color that they were going to use on their art print and they just go over it. That's how they erase if they need to erase. But it's really fun to also watch people just render on one layer. It's like maybe one day I'll be able to do that, but I have too many trust issues. And sometimes I miss the days when I drew on like Fire Alpaca on my computer, because I have like a jillion layers, right? I have trust issues. The way I try to minimize the layers is like I try to put as much as the same colors on the same layer, so that way I don't use as many. That's the way I have come up with using less layers with like the trust issues I have. So that's what I do now, and maybe eventually I'll figure out how to do. I've had to like because I've made the print that I showed y'all earlier with Famey and all my other characters in it. I only had 17 layers, and because I do use a lot of layers, I was like, okay, this is the print where I have to like trust myself. And just like once I finish, I have to be happy with it and just dedicate, like just let it be like once I finish it. But of course, like before I committed to fully rendering it, I made sure that I made a copy. So I just made a copy, and if I've messed up on rendering, I could just go to that copy and just fix it up. But thankfully everything turned out fine with the other print. So that was my first experience not having 100 layers. So it was a fun little challenge. I didn't know how I was gonna do it, especially with that many layers. This looks so wonky. I think for now I'll just keep it like this, and maybe I'll just leave that for now. And then maybe I'll go back later to it. The red here. I'm going to draw this on top, and then I'm going to merge those reds. That red that's currently on that layer is her mouth. Usually I don't color the mouth, but because it's red, I'm going to just put them together. I'm gonna print out the digital stickers and decorate my planner. Yay! Also, I'm glad that you're using the digital stickers. Also, make sure you look at past digital goodies for other months, because you have access to that now, and see if there are any other digital downloads that you like, because I would not be bringing any of those back except for the Fairy Tale Froggle bookmark and the letter paper from this month. Those are the only two things I'm planning to bring from Patreon to the Etsy shop. So take some time to look through it before the 31st. See if you like it. I don't name my layers. No, usually I know that's bad, but I've always been very lazy with naming my layers, because usually I could just go ahead and see what it is in the layers. Also, I don't name my files, which I know is really bad. As you can see, if you look at my gallery, none of them have titles. So I was like, what's the point of naming it? Because I can see it. And I'll only name my stuff when I put it into my iCloud to transfer it to my computer. I mean, it doesn't bother me. So I don't name it, because I can just like see automatically what it is. The only time it gets named is when it gets transferred to iCloud to my computer. That's when I name it. But yeah, don't tell anyone that I don't name my files. They're all like untitled artwork. I think I do have some stuff that's stacked though. Like, I know that some Patreon stuff I stack together, because in Patreon you can stack them, so everything that's similar, you can find them all under one stack. But yeah, unless it's on my computer, I usually don't name them, or if it's not going to iCloud. Do you guys think that this print or the Fami print will look better with the holographic laminate? It's gonna be for sure one or the other, because darker colors look really good with the sparkle laminate. And for Patreon, when I did the Magical Froggle print, that print was the only print that I did that had sparkle laminate on it. And that print looked really good as a sparkle laminate. But when I reprint that print for Etsy, it would not have sparkle laminate. It would just be a matte print. The paper that I'm going to use for my prints that I print at home is going to be the same print that I use, the same paper that I use for the prints that I sent to the BizBaz Boba Club. Because I really like that paper, and it's also archival paper. So if you don't know what archival paper is, it's supposed to be made of high quality, so it won't yellow over time. And just in general, the quality looks a lot better on that paper. I'm lazy with name fonts. I don't think I ever named a layer. I've never named a layer either. Like, usually I just let it be the numbers, and that's pretty much it for me. Because usually I don't have, unless it's like a random spot, I don't have a problem trying to find my layers. Procreate does have a function where, like, if you press on a certain thing, for example, if you have a random dot on one of the layers, you can put your finger on it and it'll tell you what layer it's on. I haven't turned that on yet, but I should. It would help a lot sometimes when you can't figure out where that random dot is. You prefer matte? Yeah, when I get stuff manufactured, when it comes to prints, I prefer the glossy. But when I make the prints at home, I prefer the matte. I think the matte, but I've only ever had my prints made with the Vistaprint. And the last time I got them manufactured, I did not like how the matte looked. I thought it made my artwork look dull. So I think if I get stuff manufactured, like prints, it'll be glossy. But if I do it at home, I really like the matte. When I started my sticker shop, I was like, I only want to make matte stickers. Like, matte stickers are superior. But eventually I kind of got out of it. But I still do matte in general, because even though I print on glossy sticker paper, I put matte laminate on it. And I just prefer the matte laminate because you can see it, like, even with stuff is shining on it. So that's why I choose the matte laminate, even though I use glossy. Not only that, for some reason, the sticker paper I use the Laser King brand, because there's 100 sheets in the box, or you can also get a 25 pack, I think, but you get 100 sheets. And I think the last time I looked it up on the US Amazon, it was like $30-ish. So you get a decent amount of sticker paper for a decent price, because usually around $20-ish. The Spring Bee print, no, the Spring Bee print was at home. I printed that here at home, and it is on satin photo paper that you can get from Staples. It's their satin photo paper. But the thing is, I don't feel like it's as high quality. I like how it feels, but it's not archival paper. So I prefer like having the archival paper. I do like the satin because it's like a slight glossiness, but it's not too strong. But I wish it was archival. That's the only thing. So I decided that for going forward, I want to have archival prints. Oh, so I guess the Nightbot does work. I don't know what you wrote, and I have not looked at all the functions for the Nightbot, but I don't know what you wrote, and I haven't looked through everything. I wonder, okay, there's something I added, but I'm glad the Nightbot works. But I added a function called an exclamation point ask me. I wonder if it works, because I did it for how a Twitch streamer sets it up. I don't know if it works the same for YouTube, but maybe I didn't set it up right, because it doesn't look like Nightbot is asking a question. Oh, it does. Oh, it works. Hey, it works. It's an ask me. So basically, we use the ask me function. It'll just ask random questions. I think it's less than 50 questions, and it's probably just a fun way to do random conversation and so on. I'm still trying to find like some other things that the Nightbot could do that would be fun, but I am still trying to figure that stuff out. But I'm glad that the Nightbot works. I was wondering if it would work. And I think I just like found 50 or less than 50 random questions. So this question is like, if you wore one, what did your prom dress look like? For me, oh yeah, Laser King, yeah. I like their glossy, but the funny thing is I have never tried their matte, so I don't know if it's good. But I do like their glossy. I like that there's a lot of sheets in one pack too. And if you're in the US, it's not that expensive. So it's a pretty good price if you're in the US. But I have an interesting story when it comes to a prom dress. When I was in high school, we had something called, what is it called? It was called a senior project. And you know, if you're in, I don't know if it's called the same, or if if Canada has this as well, but in high school we had to pass the senior project and able to graduate high school. And the senior project was basically, you would take time after school or during school, you find a mentor in like some kind of job that you're interested in doing in the future. So what I did was I did watercolor, like a huge poster with watercolor, which I wasn't really good at. But I had my art teacher as my mentor, and there's a lot of people who went out and did like dentistry and stuff. But of course, if you did like dentistry, you couldn't really be like a fake intern, because they're not gonna let you use the tools as a high schooler, a senior high school. But for a senior project, there was someone who was looking for a female to make a prom dress for, because for their senior project they wanted to make a prom dress for someone, and they had like someone they knew, a seamstress, as a mentor. So I was like, why don't I go and help this person with their senior project? So for my last year of high school, this girl made a very beautiful dress for me for prom. So I ended up getting a custom dress while helping her with her senior project, and it was really nice. She asked me like what colors I wanted and everything. At that time, I was obsessed with green. My favorite colors changed so much. I used to like, growing up, pink, purple, green, and green, and then like it would change back between those colors growing up. Also, I used to use Nightbot, but I switched to Streamlabs because it has a lot more features. Does Streamlabs require you to use like a certain streaming platform? Like, the reason why I haven't looked into Streamlabs, well, I didn't even look at it, but I was just looking for chatbots, and like Nightbot is one of the suggestions. So I just went with Nightbot. but also because I don't know if it'll work with Prism Live Studio, because that's the streaming software I use. And I use it because it's easy to connect my iPad to it. And I don't know, again, I haven't looked at the other softwares, but for Prism Live Studio, they have an app that has a QR code that I can just scan with my iPad, and then my iPad screen is automatically shown on screen to you through the QR code. So I don't have to have like an extra cable or anything connected to my iPad, because I know like for some streaming you have to have something like a capture card. I know for gaming you do, but I've heard of people needing like something extra to stream with their iPad. You don't have to use the Streamlabs software. I use OBS. Okay, so I will look into Streamlabs, but I'm glad Nightbot works. I'm trying to figure out like other fun things to do, because I watch Lion around sewing. I think she uses Streamlabs. I don't know what she uses, but she has some fun functions where it'll show you like the top chatter. Like the more you chat, the more points you accumulate. And then you can also use the points that you accumulate to go on something called a heist. So like you and the chat can put in a certain amount of your points to go on the heist to either get more points or lose your points or something like that. And they also have some kind of pirate themed thing where you can do the same thing. So it's like just fun little games. So I will look into Streamlabs later on. There's a bunch of things that I want to, since I'm wanting to stream more, I want to fix up the stream so it looks a little better. But I think before I do that, one of the things that I really want to do is change my end screen, my outro screen on my YouTube videos. I don't know how long I've had that outro stream with Captain Froggo and Mushroom Khan, but it's getting dated. So I want to switch that. I'm thinking about having Fanny on my end screen, but it's gonna be a very similar design, possibly the exact same design that's on the memo pad from February's Pendle Club reward, and then just adjusting it and maybe kind of animating it so it's a little bit more interesting. I got it for the points so viewers can redeem treats for me to feed my cats. Yeah, I've seen people have the redeem thing. Do you stream on Twitch, Alyssa? Or on YouTube or something? I'm always looking for like streams and like YouTube videos to watch, and then you run out of streams and videos to watch, and people sometimes are streaming things you don't want to watch on YouTube. Do I follow you on YouTube? I thought I subscribed to you, but maybe I didn't. I will have to check your YouTube out later so I can see your streams. Body doubling sessions. What is body doubling sessions? I'm not exactly sure what that is. Some of these are too similar in size. Let's make some of these a little smaller. Do 50-minute productivity sprints in a 10-minute chat break. Oh, okay. So also nice to have like live streams in the background. So usually they're longer and you eventually just run out of studio vlogs to watch. Usually I don't watch studio vlogs right away anymore. I tend to keep them until I have work to do. That way I can stay busy. So people who study or clean or work alongside me, and it helps me. Oh, that's awesome. I need to be on your stream sometimes. Just try that out. That'd be fun. I've always wanted to do some kind of like Zoom call type of thing. Like I know a lot of artists do this for their Patreon, but like do a Zoom call where people get together and do work and chat and stuff. I was like, who would actually want to do that with me? Maybe one day. I was hoping to do that eventually on Patreon, and I hadn't done it because I was waiting to see if I would get more patrons in the future, but it didn't happen, so it's totally fine. It is what it is. No hard feelings. You want to do that with me? That makes me really happy. And you're more than welcome. Yeah, I thought I had subscribed to your channel because I did take a look at your channel before. I thought I was subscribed, but maybe I didn't at that time. I will definitely take a look after and subscribe. Oh, also talking about YouTube, I finally got monetized yesterday, you guys. Wow, after forever. Super excited about that. Thought I would never get monetized. That's kind of fun. Thank you, Alyssa. I really appreciate it. So I was really confused when I was and for the Nightbot, I would fix the Nightbot. I don't know what the Nightbot just did, but I will go fix it after this, so I apologize. Thank you for the congrats. I guess because you wrote congrats in capital letters, but I will go fix that, so I apologize. Did it time you out? Oh my god, I feel so bad. I apologize about that. Let me see if I can go fix that really quick, because that makes me feel bad. He's terrorizing everything. So let me see. Let me go fix that really quick. That made me feel really bad. I should have. Settings. Okay, Nightbot. Actually, just let me remove. I have removed Nightbot, so Nightbot should not be doing that anymore. I removed Nightbot as a moderator, so it should be okay now. I apologize about that. I'll look into Streamlabs later. So just going just to double check to make sure that it's turned off. Yeah, okay, so Nightbot's no longer there. He's been fired. So hopefully you can still chat. I feel so bad about that. Yeah, I would definitely check your channel later and give you a follow. Again, I apologize. I feel so bad about that. So we have to do the other side. Then do this other one. I've never drawn like these bigger mushrooms before, taller mushrooms. Did it kick Alyssa out? Oh no. I feel so bad about that. Oh, it said that you were timed out for 5 seconds. I apologize for that. I fired him, so you should be able to chat normally. I didn't know he was gonna do all that. That's what happens when you start streaming and you try new things. You don't know what it's gonna do. I have to make sure that the next spot I try doesn't time people out for caps. How often, what days do you stream, Melissa? Is it just random days? We're going to change this part of the mushroom. Usually when I color whites, I like to use a more blue grayish color than a gray color. I think gray, if you just do just gray, it makes it the artwork look kind of dull and muddy. So I prefer to use a bluish gray. So that it looks a little better. That's one tall mushroom, but it's okay. This is a happy mushroom. It happened. I don't have a consistent schedule at the moment. Okay. Well, I would definitely make sure to subscribe to your channel so I can hopefully catch it one day. I don't watch too many people who do live streams right now. Usually I do watch Bailey J when she goes live, but usually I watch her when she's doing shop prep or she's packing orders. I usually don't watch her gaming streams. And then the only other person I watch who does lives is Lion around sewing. She does plushies and she makes like I think tote bags and shirts, but she does the DTF transfers. So, but most of the time she's usually making plushies. So if you're interested in watching a plush artist, she also does studio vlogs in a bunch of artist alleys in the US. So if you're interested in that, definitely go check her out. Now we have this golden color. That's the same color as her hair ties. So we're gonna put it close to the other yellows, and then we're gonna merge them once I'm done. Sometimes I post it in my community tab as schedule for the week, but I struggle to stick with it. Okay, definitely check that out. When I decide to do, I don't know if I should start having a consistent stream schedule or not. Because I got monetized when I put up a scheduled stream, YouTube was asking me if I wanted to monetize my live stream. So if I monetize my live stream, it would basically be exactly like Twitch, where they would run pre-rolled ads throughout the stream. And it's like, I don't think I want to do that. I mean, I know on Twitch, like the Twitch creators don't have a choice. Like Twitch automatically doesn't unless you're subscribed to a person there, or you have Twitch Turbo, which prevents you from getting ads while you're watching a streamer. But I don't think it would be fun to do like streams here, because I do have control of the ads here, even on my videos. That I think for live streams, I'm not gonna have those pre-rolled during the live stream, because I think that would not be fun. So I think for live streams, I'm probably gonna turn them off. But it's just interesting because, you know, it's a new thing. I was like, huh. And I know that a lot of people who stream on both YouTube and Twitch have them both turned on, their ads turned on, which makes sense if you're a gamer, like you would turn them on. But I think for shop stuff, I don't think I'm going to do it for live streams. I think this mushroom needs to be shorter. So we're gonna bring this friend down here. So he's a shorter mushroom because he look kind of funny as a tall mushroom. It's 9:30, it's almost 10. Wow, it's been a while. I thought I would only stream for a little bit, but usually you just get carried away. You just kind of do things as you go. I have to wake up early tomorrow because we are going out with my mother-in-law. So maybe I'll finish up the other mushroom and then maybe call it there. It's been a while. We got pretty far. That one, and then we're due. Usually I do them in different layers and then I'll merge them. That way I'll have because I'll have to outline them because I do lightless art. It's just easier if they're already in different layers. And I just outline it and I'll just fix the outline once they're merged. Because it's easy to mess up that outline. Like once they're kind of together like this, especially because this mushroom has like a different shape, it'd be easy to mess it up, not outline it. And then this one would have to be under there because this smaller mushroom's on front. And we're gonna make a slightly taller one. Should make it a little bigger. So we do 3 of these orange guys. And the orange, this one can be the taller one. And then because it is above the hair, I would just have to erase it. And then usually what I do is I'll lower the opacity and do a clipping mask, because the other yellowish goldish this color doesn't have a clipping mask already. I'm just going to outline this mushroom so when we put them together we know where the outline is, and then we can just fix them later. It's super windy here. The weather the past few weeks has been really weird here. Like, it started, most of this winter we have not had that much snow, and then it randomly started snowing and it was a lot of snow. If you see in my studio vlog you would have saw it. So it was kind of weird to randomly have a lot of snow again, and then it melted, and then it snowed again, like a lot again. So now it's like super windy. I don't know, March is usually really weird around here. I'm originally from North Carolina, so most of the time we don't even see snow. So seeing snow every winter is kind of weird to me still. Even though like I know to expect it living here. But yeah, it's still kind of weird to me. Now it's super windy. And it wasn't really windy all day today. Went out for a little bit. We went out and had dinner. Not dinner. Went out and had lunch at a place called Barbie's. And it's more like Barbie's, like in Australia they call barbecue Barbies. I didn't give this mushroom like a little stem. I didn't make sure that I go give it a stem after this. And I got steak and fries. It was pretty good. The first time I went to that restaurant. And then now that they're all individually outlined, I just merge all of these and all of these, and then there we go. And if I need to fix them, I can fix them, but they look okay. So what I'm going to do is just draw the stem for this fancy mushroom here. And then we're going to fill the rest of this mushroom. And the other one a little bit. And that's pretty much it. I wonder if I should have this orange mushroom in front of the red mushroom. I'll just leave it like that for now. But this is what we have so far. And so far it looks pretty good. What I need to do left is do the floor. Do right here we have books. Let's see, where's the layer with the sketch? So we have these two books. We have this moon bottle. I've drawn this moon bottle before for a Halloween art print I did for Patreon. Was it last year? I don't think it was, not last year, it was the year prior that I used this moon bottle for art print that I really like. I have it hanging up here. And then I have to figure out what I'm gonna put in this witch's brew. What is this? This is... Oh, I think that's the sketch. Oh, that's like... Okay, hold on. Let me lower. What is going on? I don't know what happened, but something messed up here and here. So I'm a little confused. I must have messed something up while I was doing this, but I'll fix it later, I guess. But now that's... What is going on? Her hair tie is messed up and I don't know why. Her hair tie is in her hair. That's kind of weird. I don't know what happened. But I'll just fix it later, I guess. But yeah, that's pretty much it for now. I also have to do the stars later. And I also have this layer right here that's supposed to be for the window to show that it's kind of like a window, but I don't know if I should keep it or leave it. I'll probably leave it. I don't know, the cat is already pretty white and shiny, so I don't know if I should keep the window because, you know, it's a little bit lighter. I probably won't add that part, but yeah, I have to go fix whatever's going on with our hair here later. But yeah, hopefully I'll finish this by next week and we can test it also later to see if it will work with the laminate, the sparkle laminate. But yeah, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. We streamed for 3 hours and 20 minutes, so that's really nice. Thank you for being here, and yeah, hope to live stream again maybe in another week or two. It just depends if I have anything to do. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.